How y'all doing? My name is Justin, also known as The Yard. I've been on the Voices of Reason for the past year and a half now. I've been doing sound, but now I decided to do a little bit of hosting. So you're gonna see me on the camera. I like to, just be myself a little bit, so you're gonna see the ups and downs. But basically, you're gonna see me. So I hope you tune in and enjoy my shows. Peace. Welcome to the Voices of Reason. I'm your host, Justin, also known as The Yard. Today we have a special guest. His name is Enoch. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's no problem, no problem. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Enoch Pugh, and I have a business, and it's called My Thoughts, which is a clothing company. And thus far, I've just been relaunching it just to show people what I got to offer. Most of the things that I have are T-shirts, but I plan on moving on to other stuff as well.
So how did you get into making T-shirts? Is there a certain thing you love doing?
So I went to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln,
Okay.
and I majored in fashion design. And during that time, I was saying, I really want to get into fashion. And one way that I thought of was starting a clothing company, but I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to have a meaning behind it. Mm-hmm. And so each one of my T-shirts kind of have a message behind it. And so my goal for this was not only to present a T-shirt company, was to also present a company that promoted knowledge and wisdom and joy and peace.
Okay, that's a good thing right there, bro. Try to reach out to the people. So basically, have you ever thought about how this will affect the community?
Yes, most definitely. The people who I want to kind of gear towards are people who are kind of stuck in their place. Like this T-shirt that I made is called Don't Stop. And the reason why I made it is because I was at a point in time where I was hesitant on pursuing my dreams. And the artist statement for this, each one of my T-shirts, they have an artist statement basically saying why I created it. For this one is just saying, you are who you are, regardless of your goal or your dream, pursue it, whether it's, cruise control, if you're on cruise control, or it's pedal to the metal. Just be consistent and follow your dream, don't stop. And so I created this to present a message, but also to give people a reminder while they're wearing clothes. So most definitely for the community, and then for other people as well.
All right. So how far along are you into your T-shirt company?
So I started this in 2003, and I had to stop for a while to take care of personal stuff, but now I'm back going, and learned a lot during that time, and so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Just like the shirt, don't stop.
Yeah,
there you go.
Definitely.
There you go. All right. So, where do you see yourself here, in the next 5 years, as far as since you don't stop? Mm-hmm. How far do you plan on going with this?
I really want to be well known within the Omaha community, most definitely. Companies that I look up to are God is Dope. I really like how they're very impactful around the Atlanta community, and I want to be that same way just in Omaha. And so within the 5 years, I hope to have my own brick and mortar, to have a card to where I could just give out free T-shirts and do community events, and have my stuff in the back of the car. And so 5 years, hopefully I could be a well-known clothing designer that's established in Omaha. Okay,
that's a good deal right there.
Yeah.
So basically, when they have events and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, does that feel like, because usually when people have events, it'd be a lot of vendors, and how you got one person selling something, and the other person selling something, but then you also have one person selling hamburgers, a couple vendors down the line, so another person selling hamburgers.
Yeah.
Now, you won't feel intimidated off of that?
No, because I realize what really kind of fuels me, and even though as a business owner you want sales, the one thing that I love is interaction with people. Like the last expo that I had, the conversations that I had with people were so impactful. To actually talk to them about my shirts and the meaning behind it gave me a lot of energy to keep going. And so if I can impart wisdom or knowledge through my art, I will feel like, I can keep going, regardless of the circumstances.
All right. So I can see that, so you have a lot of knowledge on you right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's enough, it's enough to get you where you at right now. Could you, kick off a little knowledge for some people out there, as far as the don't stop part of the deal? Because I noticed you said, you had a little bit of, I want to say small setbacks. And then as you started progressing yourself, do you feel that a lot of people in our community, do you feel like some of those people have stopped themselves or pushed themselves back. So the reason you would probably put your shirts out there would be for them to keep going?
Yes, most definitely. And just to tell you kind of the whole purpose behind My Thoughts is the reason why I chose My Thoughts as my business is, every thought or idea that you have in your mind, you have the ability to believe it. And as soon as you put faith to it, it will become reality. And so some of us, we may be thinking, oh, I'm going to always just live in Omaha. I'm never going to get out. Like, this is just where I'm going to stay, that lower, income bracket, whatever.
Yeah.
If you accept that, that's what you're going to have for your life. And so this company is to say, we can change our mindset to live whatever manner we want to. And so My Thoughts is just saying, I have a t-shirt that's called Faith Moves Mountains. As soon as you ignite the faith within your thought that you have, you can move anything in your life.
Okay.
And so most definitely that can happen.
All right, so let's say that, I want to say, as far as, the perseverance of the whole company did, like, when you got back into the business, did you push hard and fast, or was it like, okay, let me take a few steps at a time?
Yeah.
Because I understand you say you had a business. Some people, they don't know, they feel like when they have a business, okay, I'm going to do this, and then, they don't push as hard, or if they push too hard, they fall off.
Yes.
Is there certain steps that you can, kind of give the people out there?
Certain steps, like after what I took now?
Exactly.
Okay, so the steps that I took was I just thought smarter. To be honest with you, I realized what are my biggest weaknesses, and one of my biggest weaknesses is online presence. I'm great with meeting with people and actually selling myself via person, but when it comes to online presence, honestly, I don't care about social media, and so that's where I lack. And so you need to understand, where do you lack? And so in the beginning, you're going to have to do everything, but soon as you get to that point to say, all right, I have enough income to add somebody on or to give somebody a job, do that, because they're going to be passionate about marketing versus me. I don't really care, even though I'm passionate about my business. And so they can give 110% while I'm giving 75.
Okay.
So that's something that I learned. And then also just thinking smarter, I was very eager when I started out. I want to say I bought 100 t-shirts in each style that I had. And then this time I just said, this is what we're going to do. We're only going to get 50 t-shirts, and we're going to split up the variety. And so I have 2 t-shirts. It's 50 in quantity, but it's offered in 2 different colors. So it looks like a lot, but it's not really.
Okay. So, as far as the designs, is there certain ideas that grew upon you, or something that, as a kid, everybody drew as a kid.
Yeah.
So, is there something as a kid that you was like, okay, you kind of carried it with you all the way?
When I was a kid, I used to draw a lot of shoes when I was little, and cartoons.
They probably need you right now for the shoe deal.
Yeah.
Some of these shoes out here, it's not happening.
Most definitely. I wish I would have kept them, but I had so much art that my mom threw them away when we moved, and I was like, oh really? Man. How you gonna do your son like that? But wow. it's okay. Yeah. But most of the designs, inspiration that I get is kind of sporadic. Like with this, it was just a life experience. There was another t-shirt that I had, it's called Sacrifice, and it's Sacrifice, and it has a tagline that's saying, cutting off what you need to succeed. And so that was during a time when I was saying, okay, I need to cut this person off from my life. Not that I don't love them, I'm just trying to go in a certain direction, and I can't carry them with me. And so that was a good t-shirt for me, and it's very straight to the point, and some people will feel intimidated by it, but that was my intentions, because sometimes sacrifice will never be appealing to you. So
okay. All right, so do you have just designs, or just wording, or both?
Both. So far it's just kind of a wordplay of design and wording. So this one is like a stop sign with the don't stop. And then with the Sacrifice, I have a knife in there cutting through the S. Oh, okay. But there's another one that I have, is called Dreamrilla, which is combining your dreams and reality together. And it was a play on typography from a band called Metallica, because I just kind of wanted it to be a little bit gothic and hard rock. And so I played off of that a little bit, and it's just typography. So yeah. Okay. But I do have some designs in the future that will just be design.
Well, I see that you have a few things. Do you have shirts with quotes? Do you have your own quotes that you?
My own quotes, Not that I could think of. I have millions of designs just kind of stored in the bank. But right now it's just, I would say, it's kind of just like little stuff like Don't Stop and then The Sacrifice. And then I wouldn't say Faith Moves Mountains is my quote, is something that I was just inspired by.
Okay.
So, but Dreamrilla is just a term, so.
All right. And speaking of being inspired by, now you said, as far as like being on the inspiration part, I noticed you said in college, or how you used to do the designs on the bow tie.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that aspect?
Yeah, so during college, I was just thinking, what are ways for me to make money? And I've always said, let me make money with my gift. And so I sew as well. And so I used to sew mad bow ties for everybody. And so on, I want to say it was Bow Tie Tuesday or Bow Tie Thursday, I forgot. I graduated from college a long time ago.
Okay.
But I would get a lot of orders just from that. People would see me with a plastic bag and bow ties in it sometimes. And I want to say for like a year or two, people called me the bow tie man. And so,
bow tie man?
Yeah,
Okay.
just because I was making so many. And so I used to do that for a while. And then I also did graphic design for a few organizations on the campus, just to, get my name out there saying, yo, this is what I do. If you need anything, just holler at me and I work something up for you.
Okay, so basically right now, if you wanted to have a design for your own company, you could basically control that. And if you wanted to just kind of jump out the t-shirts, you can also go back to bow ties, because people still wear bow ties.
Yeah,
Believe it
yeah.
or not.
Yes, they do.
I've seen a few of those guys.
Yeah.
So basically, let's say like when you expand, like how do you dream your expansion of your company?
Yes,
What do you foresee?
Yes, I most definitely want to expand with this. But when I get to a certain part, I will want to start another company, because with this, casual t-shirts with bow ties is not really the same what's the category that I'm thinking of. And so I would think of a different, I would create a different company, and I would create a higher end company as far as fashion wise to do that. But as far as this, I would really love to sell my t-shirts in actual stores, to do that, to have it in stores, let me think, like PacSun, that would be a good place, Urban Outfitters, stuff like that. To have my clothings in different stores would be super ideal.
Okay, so besides the designs you was making in college, is there anybody in your life or somebody that, like I want to say a author or something that kind of inspired you more, or, like a mentor to you type deal?
A lot of books, man. One book that I'm reading recently is by Napoleon Hill, and it's Think Rich, Grow Rich. I believe so. That's the name of the title. I'm bad with titles. But it talks a lot about, yes, becoming rich, but the mindset you need to have to become it. And so when you take the elements of that, you can accomplish any goal that you want. And so me listening to that book and reading the book has really helped me with my path as pursuing my business now.
Oh, okay. So when you were in your, I want to say your setbacks.
Yeah.
When you was in that, like, do you felt like you was just going to be like, forget it all? Or are you just during the setbacks? Because some people, during the setbacks, they keep going. They be like, okay, this is trying to stop me, but took care of it, keep going. Took care of it, keep going. Like, were you that type of person that took care of it, keep going, or was it something that was just like, oh man, I had to stop? Like, made you realize life? Can you give an example?
Yeah, there were most definitely moments to where I was all like, nah, I don't want to do anything, to be honest with you. And I think we all have those moments to where we're all like, is this really it for me? And I had those moments, and then that's when you kind of have to, have a conversation with yourself. Yes, like, you will do this for free. It's just right now you're noticing all the negativity in your life.
Exactly.
And so as soon as you point out what steps can I do to get out of this, you see that light. And for me, I told myself, these are the steps I need to take in order for me to start my business. And since then, it took some time, but I pursued it, and now it's here. So yeah.
And you use some of those past experiences. Do you use them for some of your designs? As far as you said, like the sacrifice with the knife through the S.
Yeah.
I know it probably takes a lot to kind of keep that under control, because how some people think about their past and they're just so into it, broken down. I mean, does that affect you as far as like how you make your t-shirts?
So this is just me personally. Usually when I put stuff out in the open, regardless if it's my clothing company or me just saying it out, I've dealt with it. And so that's me saying, okay, I addressed the issue. I dealt with it, and now I can present it to people, and if they have anything negative to say, well, you still do this, or you're still working in the whatever it may be. Yes, just people who want you to get back into that same spot, I would be like, okay, but I know who I am.
Okay.
I dealt with it, it's over with, I know how to overcome it.
Okay, so like when you did do that, and when you made a design for your shirt, you was like, were you like, oh wow, this looks great? You know, is there like, you know how you say you got wordplay?
Yes.
Now, as far as like one of your, I want to say what is your best wordplay on your shirt that you have?
Wordplay? I would say Dreamrilla.
Dreamrilla.
Yeah, and how that came to me, it was kind of funny because it didn't come to me like the other pieces did. I was listening to Wu-Tang, and since they're so creative with the lyrics, just Dreamrilla came, and I can't even remember what song I was listening to. And then in my head, I was just thinking, I'm in love with typography. I'm thinking, yo, I should use the Metallica like inspiration from that and combine those two, just the wordplay and that typography. And so when I did that, I want to say I recreated that design 3 or 4 times, and I came up to what I have now. And every time I looked at it, I was like, I'm going to make my dreams a reality. Okay. Like, this is like, that's going to happen. And the whole concept behind Dreamrilla is like, it's an analogy like when you wake up from a nightmare, your whole day you're thinking about that nightmare. Like when you're a little kid, you don't want to go back to sleep. What if we pursued our dreams like that? Like, I'm not going to sleep until it's done. Like, I'm scared to go to sleep. Like, I need to pursue this. And so just that eagerness and that adrenaline that's built up in you should be the same towards your dream. Okay. That's well said, right? Yeah. There. I like that, you know, because some people, man, you know, they sleep on themselves. Yes. You know, you got to get up, you got to keep going, you got to keep moving. Yeah. You know, because I've been through that. You know, everybody's been through that. You know, you can't say you haven't been through that or you're not human. That's too much. Yeah. You know, so as far as everything that you see from your past to the present, you know, I know you felt like you've grown. Like, oh man, everything is going well right now. Like, as far as like your company, you know what I'm saying, what would be like, you know, some people will have their, like, you know, like Suge Knight had Pac and P. Diddy had Biggie. What would be like your saying for as far as your shirt? Would it be the Don't Stop? Oh, wow, what would it be? What would it be? I constantly think that from time to time, and I think I'm still searching for it. Still searching? Yeah, because right now I thought of a slogan that I really like, and it's called My Thoughts. A brand that presents a message to life. And so, but I think it's more than that, because another thing that like we mentioned before, I really would like to get heavily into community to where some people might think I'm a nonprofit organization. Okay. Like, that's how heavily I want to be in the community with this company. So like a mentoring type deal? Like, and it don't even got to be like children. Yeah. Like, because adults and stuff, because even as an adult, we still struggle through our problems. Yeah. Still can't find our way. So that's what you're trying to lean towards. Yeah. Just to elaborate, like with me, when I was a child, I experimented with so much, and my mom, she gave me the freedom to say, you know, whatever you want to do, just do it. Okay. And so one thing that I saw that's lacking in our community today, not a lot of kids have options for just things that are out the norm. Like, say if a kid wanted to sew, unless they have somebody who's close to them, they'll probably never experience it. And so I want to present career opportunities for them. And so whether it's in the arts or in the STEM field, I want to present that to them. And so I would like to, once when my company's at a good point, just set money aside to fund things like that. Okay. Because it's needed. Because when you're a child, you're a sponge, and you need to discover what you enjoy. Exactly. And that's what I learned early on, man. Like, very early on. That's a good thing. So once everything gets into order, that's when you become, I can't say your greatest, can't say that. Because, you know, when things come to order, you still feel like something's missing. Yeah. You know, because like I said, you can't, if you don't think like that to me, you're not human. So when you think like you got everything together, it's always something missing. Like right now, what do you feel is missing? Do you feel like anything is missing right now? No, I feel like a lot is missing, to be honest with you. Well, not a lot, but like when you think about everything you have and everything that's going well, you're like, oh wow, I would be so much better if I had this. Okay. And I don't dwell on that and bring myself in a negative state, but I'm all like, oh, this will benefit me. Like the marketing thing, if I had a marketing person, oh, my business would just take off so much. Like during the expo, I had 2 of my friends just help me out, and I had one person just handle social media, like do live stream, take pictures, stuff like that. That helped out so much. I had like so many missed calls and messages just saying, yo, where can I get a t-shirt from people who couldn't make it to the expo. And so when you're able to interact with people who are actually in the facility that you are, and then people outside the world, you're really expanding your territory that way. So multiple hands on the table is where it's at.
Yeah, that is. That's a good thing right there. So right now, as far as, let's say where, how can I put this? I want to say, as far as like when you mentor people, like you don't want to do it as far as like just being straight verbal. You would want to like wear the shirt and just, hey, look, this is how you should be feeling. Like, do you feel like when you grow into your business, you have search for different days of the week, or the different attitudes, or the moods, or the emotions?
Most definitely.
Yeah. It looks like, you know, from what I'm looking at, you know, it looks like you kind of aiming towards that without even knowing. Because somebody be like, man, you know what? I feel like crap today. I'm about to put this shirt on. You know, when people put that shirt on, they be like, hey, man, how you feeling today? Hey, this is how I'm feeling. You know, just like with the don't stop. You know what I'm saying? That spells ambition, perseverance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of mindful attitude. So when they put that on, you know, you probably at work doing a good day. You know what I'm saying? They see your shirt, they're like, don't stop. I'm like, man, I ain't quit yet. You know, I've been here for like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna keep it going. Are you kind of like leaning towards that kind of aspect of the mentoring process, I want to say?
I've never thought of it like that before.
Is that an idea?
Yeah, you brought something to me new.
All right.
But every time when I mentor anyone, I really try to see what is the true heart of them. And so say if, you know, I meet a kid and he wants to go in fashion, what part of fashion do you want to be in? Because there's so many aspects. Like I mentioned, I love the design aspect more than I do the production. Just because when you get into production and the design and you're running a business, you could get burnt out really quickly. And then something that for us as artists, we don't know our limitations sometimes. We're just saying we're passionate about all this, so we just want to do all of it since it's our baby. But we have to say no. Like, I don't want to do production because I don't want to be up 5 in the morning with red eyes talking about, yeah, I'm getting money, but I'm not happy. Yeah. And this is my passion.
Exactly.
And so I want to stick to the design. And so when I'm talking to that mentee, what do you really want to do? And I'm going to constantly ask them. Like, they may get annoyed. But I'm going to guide them towards different things so they can explore, yo, I don't like this at this level, or I really enjoy this at the professional level. So things such as that.
That'll make it a great process. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do people get in contact with you so they can tell you?
Yeah, so you can find me on, please get a shirt. But you can find me on Facebook. On Facebook, the company's name is My Thoughts, and I'm also on Instagram. On Instagram is MTHGHTS, and then I have my own website as well, which is MTHGHTS.com.
All right. Well, there you have it, man. Another episode filled for you. This is Justin, also known as The Yard. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.